Hi everyone, Angie is here.
Catherine's here.
Hi Catherine.
I'm gonna get on the floor. I put
Yes, this is on the floor. You have blocks, a blanket maybe for, I don't think you need to cover yourself, depending on how cold it is, but in your house. But blankets for maybe cushioning for the knees or underneath the.
I've got the blanket.
Okay,
I've got 2 pillows. I probably need more.
you might need them, and a strap, some sort of strap.
My strap, let me get it before we start. It's hard to get on the floor.
Yeah, at least we're gonna stay on the floor the entire time. That's the nice thing about Yin.
And I've got things to pull up on. Oh, cramps in my legs. I'm gonna try.
All right. Now I can see my video. Now I can see where I'm at. A little bit more.
Can you see me?
I can't see you. Your video might be off.
How do I turn it on?
There's a button on the top. So if you just touch the screen, it should pop up a bunch of different features on the top right region. It says mute, stop video, or start video. And so that can help.
Start my video.
There you go. There we go.
It's ugly, but it's what it is.
All right, now I gotta see where I'm at. Okay, good. You can see me back here. Might come forward slightly.
I have no blocks, but nothing that strong.
That's all right. The blocks are really for supporting your joints. Some of the joints are supporting some of the muscles. So when we come into, we're gonna do praying mantis today, we're gonna be stretching shoulders. We use this to, when we come into praying mantis, we use this, or you can use if your pillows are firm, those might work. If your blankets are tightly wound, that might work too. I'll show you praying mantis. We're gonna get into it later, so don't even think about getting into it now, because I need to stretch you out first. But, so we need to just be able to raise you up and then come back and allow you to relax this way. And this helps to stretch. The elevation of the arms helps to stretch your shoulders and your triceps. So even if you don't have blocks, you can use, like I said, firm pillows, as long as they're pretty equal in their dimensions.
Okay.
Again, a box. So if you have 2 equal boxes, those might work too to place your arm on.
They're not strong
weight on them, so
no. I'll start saving my Amazon boxes.
yeah, make sure they're the same size though. But otherwise, again, blankets will work. So if you have them tightly wound or folded up just at the right height that you need, blankets would work for this.
I'll use my pillow. And
Yeah,
if it
I do
doesn't
two of the
work,
same pillow. Two of the same pillow, that works. I think that'll work. It may not bring you up too high, but that just means you won't be stretching the shoulders as much, which may be something you would rather do. All right, so also a strap, because we do at the end sometimes use the strap for caterpillar. Yeah, I know you have it, so just in case you had it and forgot it. But yeah, so we'll begin. Let's see, is it? It is 2 o'clock. So hopefully everyone on Facebook hears me and knows that they can use some of these props. And again, even if you have one of those big phone books, if you have 2 of them, that would be helpful, because today we will be using 2 of the same height prop for praying mantis. So we're going to work a bit of shoulder, quite a bit of shoulder, because we're going to go praying mantis. We're going to come into Dhammakasana, which is cow face. We'll be doing hips as well, and some back. So we're going to try and do total body today. And make sure you have a little bit of water. It is a much warmer, humid day, so if you need water, always have it nearby. And then remember, this is Yin Yoga. Any yoga is your practice, what you can do today. And so it's really important to listen to the body, mind and body. Super important to just be here today, focusing on what you're doing, listening to the body, learning to try and keep all the distractions out of mind. And if they do come in, then accept where they are, accept that they come, and then see maybe if it can just be swept out. All right, so really learning to focus, and this is a lot of deep stretching with Yin Yoga. It's called a cold yoga. I'm in a nice warm room today, so this really helps to, a warm temperature helps the muscles to move more freely, more quickly. So if you're really cold, just really take your time to slowly get and progressively get into the edge of your stretch. So never going beyond that edge, because the last thing you need is to overstretch and to strain the muscle to begin to actually break fibers of the muscle, and it takes a while to heal that. So just be very, very mindful of how deep you go, and knowing that you can always use props to help support you. So if, for example, we're in a bound angle and the knees are just going too low and you need support, place your blocks, your pillows, your blankets underneath so that you have some support for the legs if you're finding that it's just too much. You will find there's a lot of intense stretching in Yin Yoga, and you are the only one in control of that. You learn to control how far and how deep you get into it. So if there, let's see, Catherine, if you have any questions, you're the only one I can hear. I'm pretty certain I've got people on Facebook, so I welcome all of you to Yin Yoga, and I am Angie. So Catherine, if there's any questions, I'm going to start.
I'm going to do the best I can.
That's all we can ask. Do the best you can. Good job. That's a great way to start yoga. All right. So we're going to do a little bit of joint freeing to get us into all of this. So just opening up the joints. So I'm going to sit up nice and tall. Deep breath in. Arms come up and really extend. Breathe. Fingertips reaching up, and slowly bring right hand down, left arm over, extending as much as you can. Inhaling up, deep breath in. Exhaling over. Breathe. Inhaling, reaching up. Gently come forward. Breathe. Maybe hands come to knees. Maybe they come to the shins. Breathe, whatever you do. And just hold this position wherever you're at. With each inhale, see if you can lengthen the spine. So I'm talking about bringing the head, reaching up higher. The heart forward. The belly button closer towards the thighs. On each exhale, maybe that belly button reaches closer to the thigh. When you inhale, we're gonna press up slowly, deep breath in. Hands slide back behind you. Fingertips usually are best towards the toes, and then point and flex your toes. Good, like you're waving hello to somebody with your feet, and then rotate them all the way around. Breathe, you notice your knees moving, you notice the hips moving, and bring awareness to each part of your body as you do this. Assessing how it feels, how each side feels, right versus left. Yoga is about identifying each part as individual and learning how to control your mind with the breath, with the focus. Reverse the rotation from the opposite direction. There shouldn't be any pain. But yes, as I said, you may feel some intense stretching. Breathe, lifting up nice and tall. Good posture. Feel a gentle curve of your lower back as your arms are back, chin slightly back so the head is right over the spine. Breathe. And we're going to bend the knees and slowly windshield wiper the knees. Again, just really focusing on the hips here, the knees. Shouldn't feel any pain. Just opening up and open up like a book and then close. Open and then close. Good. And just work on this slow movement, opening, closing. We're going to come into a bound angle after this. So I'm really opening and up the joints in your pelvis. Breathe. And slowly lifting up, keeping your feet together, the knees are splayed out into our bound angle. Holding it here, lifting up through the top of the head. Inhale, tall. Exhale, relax the shoulders. If you find that your knees are way up high and you'd like a little help, sit on a block. It's really helpful to help bring the knees down slightly and opening up the hips as they begin to open up. And it looks like the knees go down. What I actually do is you lift up the hips and the knees are therefore more at the same level or closer to the same level. Breathe. And as you sit up tall, maybe grab your pillow or your block and place it in front of you. And then slowly, hinging at the hip, we're just going to come forward with the heart, top of the head, reaching forward, coming forward. Starting to open up your inner groin muscle, lower back. Use that pillow or block to support you at the highest level that it can provide. And breathe here. Focus on the breath, and with each exhale, maybe notice if you can go a little deeper, maybe going to the next level down, deeper into the stretch, breathing through this. Focusing. Maybe closing the eyes and listening to the body, noticing what the inner groin muscles are telling you, what your thighs telling you, what your lower back is telling you. All right, coming out of it if you need to, adjusting anything you need to, supporting yourself as you need to. All right, again, here you can always provide pillows underneath the knees if you feel that that's the support you need. Breathe. Remember to breathe. In Yin, we hold the poses for about 2 to 5 minutes. All right, today we'll hold them closer to 2 to 3 minutes. As you progress and go into a more advanced Yin class, the holding will be longer. You'll have more time to slowly deepen into the pose, stretching the muscle, centering the mind with the breath. Inhale, bring your hands back onto your block of pillow and slowly inhale, begin to extend the arms, lifting the torso, reaching hands back, arms up, and maybe coming back behind you. Begin to bring one knee up, then the other, feeling maybe the relief of the muscle as it contracts. And then slowly extends, maybe one leg out, maybe the other. Breathe, maybe come off of your block if you are sitting on a block. And reaching up, bring the feet together. Exhale, hands come down. Shoulders up and back. Bring the chin to chest. We're just going to gently relieve any tension in the neck before the next pose. And slowly, neck rotation, inhaling to a shoulder, exhaling to center, inhaling to the other shoulder. Breathe, use your breath, focus on the breath. It is really the most important part of any yoga practice, is your fluid, effortless breathing through all the postures, poses, and even all of the transitions. As you move from one pose to another, even the breath there. On your next inhale to shoulder, and then exhale, chin to chest, deep breath in. Lift up the chin, bend the knees, and then cross right leg over the left. We're going to come into cow face. So I'll show you how to get into this. The feet start to separate out. So almost as if you're looking at the side of the mat, your feet are going to start walking away from each other. The right leg will go over the left will go under the right. The knees will try to align. Again, you go wherever you need to go. So if you need to stay right here, and this is enough for you, then easy pose is more of where you need to stay. If you can, bring that left leg under and the right leg over. And begin to cross. Keep your feet at a right angle. This helps protect the knees. All right, and make sure both sit bones are on the floor. So sometimes we're going to bring that leg over. We want to force it over, and you lift up your hip. Knee, both hips on the floor, but that way we can stretch the hips. So you're going to start feeling a gentle stretch here on either side of your hips. And then maybe if you've got a little bit more room to go, just maybe you'll bring the feet further back so the heels might come closer to the thigh. Again, see if maybe the knees are up too high, you could always try it with a block. So let me show you how the block can help. So if your knees are up here and they don't want to come down, then a block might be helpful, or a pillow or a blanket. And this may allow you to cross the legs, give you space in order to drop it down. And you can see how that might help if you're sitting on a prop. Again, good posture is important here, good support. So make sure that you feel like your pillow or your prop is not going to flip on you. So adjust it as you need to. And breathe. This is cow face legs. Arms come up, reach up. Right arm stays up, left arm comes down. And then we're going to bring the hands back to the middle of the back. And I'm going to go backwards on you. I'm going to show you my back side. So right arm comes back, and the hands try to touch each other. Breathe. If you have a strap nearby, use your strap. Bring the right hand up. Use the left hand to grab the strap, and then open up the chest. Breathe. Make sure that your head, again, is aligned over the spine. Good spinal alignment here. And I'll show you a side view of this. Breathe. So your shoulders should be back, shoulder blades coming together. Inhaling tall through the top of the head. Exhale. If you are done, come forward. And you're going to feel a gentle increase in the stretch around the hips. Breathe. Inhale tall if you'd like, or if you'd like that stretch or want to go deeper, you may. Otherwise, lifting up about 1 more minute here. This is a total body stretch of hips, upper arms, shoulders, extension of the torso. Even the knees get a gentle stretch here. Slowly walk your hands away from each other, extending the arms up and out to the side. Bring the hands down and extend right leg out, left leg out. Breathe, maybe. Come off your block, and we're going to go to the reverse side. So first, realign the spine. Arms come up. Caterpillar. Exhale forward, stretching out the sides, the back. Breathe. Inhale, lift up nice and tall. Exhale, hands down. And begin to bend the left leg. We're going to cross over the right, and then begin, and you'll have to lift up your left hip off the floor. Begin to bend the right knee. Again, you may be right here, and you may find that one leg doesn't want to bend. So listen to the body. As long as you can keep both sit bones on the floor, so try and bring that left hip back down. All right. And sit up tall. And then slowly with each breath, each inhale, lift up tall. Each exhale, maybe bring the feet further back. And again, if you need to sit on the block, sit on the block. Have your strap ready if you know your hands won't meet in the back. Breathe. You should already feel a gentle stretch on the sides of your hips. And bring the strap to your left hand. Bring arms up, reaching up. And then exhale, right hand down. Breathe. And then slowly bend the left elbow so it reaches for the middle of the back. And the right elbow so it reaches up towards the shoulders. Breathe. And then maybe catch the strap and hold on to that strap. Opening up. Try and bring the shoulders back. Lift the head. Good posture here. Breathe. Notice how the sit bones are. Nice and firm in the floor. Notice the heart lifting. Good posture. Slowly on your next exhale, we're going to come forward. Lift the chin. Breathe. Coming forward as far as you can. Noticing how this side feels, how different it can be. Try and bring the elbows up and back. Fight gravity as it pushes down on you. And hold here about 30 seconds. Again, if you need to come all the way back up, please do. Adjust and adapt as you need to. Slowly inhale tall. We're going to stay here for about a minute. Breathe in. And slowly begin to extend one arm up and then the other. Arms come out to the side. Breathe, come forward and then down. Slowly lift up to the top of the head and then hands come back behind you. Bring one leg back, then the other. Extending both. And lift the heart, reaching up, sitting up tall, arms come up. And slowly extend forward, stretching that lower back again. Breathe. Inhale, slide the hands up to the thighs, shoulders up and back. And we're going to come slowly onto our backs. We're going to stretch out the front of the body. Have a block or a blanket or a pillow next to you. We're going to place this underneath the sacrum. So make sure that you have one by you. This really helps in this pose. It's supported bridge. And bring the hands forward or get to the floor however you need to. And slowly come down. Breathe. Once you're there, bring the knees into the chest. Squeeze them in gently, stretching out your lower back, movement side to side. Plant the feet, making sure the thighs are really close to the calves, and plant the feet to the floor. This usually helps to get the knees right over the heels. Now, if you need any sort of support for the head, please go ahead and place just a very small blanket underneath there. If this is enough for you, then just listen to the body. We're going to slowly engage the belly button towards the floor. Press the feet to the floor. Feel the shins almost press forward, supporting you. And bring the hands by the hips, elbows, forearms, pressing into the floor. And engaging thighs, glutes, lift the pelvis up, slow. Breathe. Take your time, coming up one vertebra at a time. And then exhale all the way down. Just know how the lower back, how your spine is feeling today. And then have that block ready so that it can be placed underneath your sacrum after you lift it this one time. Here we go. Press that belly button towards the floor. Engage your glutes and thighs and slowly press the feet to the floor. Knees are going straight forward. And then come up, breathe. Find that spot underneath the tailbone. And slowly exhale. The hips down, pelvis supported completely by your pillow, your blanket, or your block. Bring the shoulder blades in slightly. Breathe. I'm going to hold this for about 2 minutes. I'll have my clock going. And if you feel like you can extend the front of the body a little bit more, maybe bring the right leg forward. Extending it forward. Notice if it feels all right. If it does, keep it there. If not, bend the knee back and come to supported bridge. Breathe. Maybe extend the left leg, if your right leg is extended. Feel the stretch through the entire front of the body. Gentle curve of the back, depending on how high you have your block. Again, if you have really high, you have two blocks on top of each other, and that's the best way to support if you're up elevated higher than the lower part of your blocks, the smaller dimension of height. Breathe. Maybe the arms can come out into goalposts. Breathe. Or maybe they extend completely over your head onto the floor. Full stretch of the body. Gentle back bend. Finding your edge. Breathing, focusing. Exhale, bring the hands down by the sides. Bend one knee at a time. Coming back into your supported bridge. If you'd like to play around here, it's always fun to try to do our supported shoulder stand. You bring up the right leg. Make sure you feel completely supported by your block. And so if you need to adjust it, sometimes it helps to bring it up higher, the top of the pelvis for this. Holding it here, breathe. Maybe the left leg will follow. Again, make sure you feel completely supported. And then maybe lift the legs. Feel that gentle stretch as you press the heel to the ceiling. This is wonderful for the heart. It gives the heart a gentle break because it doesn't have to pump the blood back up as strongly. Point and flex your toes. And then press the heels up. Exhale, bring one leg down. Slowly, then the other. Press the heels to the floor. Feel the knees right over those heels. Engage your glutes, engage your thighs. Belly button presses up off of the block or support that you're using. And then slowly, one vertebrae at a time, begin to come down. Let's do the counter pose, knees to the abdomen, wind relieving pose here, and gently move side to side. Stretching your lower back. Now in the opposite direction. Breathe, pressing the lower back, your lower lumbar to the floor, tailbone to the floor. Feel the knees pressing away from your head. Now bring the knees back. Press the knees away. Feel the tailbone pressing to the floor. And bring the knees in, squeeze it into the abdomen. Exhale, release gently. Bring the feet down to the floor. And we're going to come onto our knees. So rolls gently to your sides and then come onto all fours. Have one block, two blocks, front of each hand. And bring those blocks just so that they're right in front of the fingertips. We're going to slowly do a cat-cow before we come into our praying mantis, just to keep the spine moving. So inhale and bring that belly button up to your spine as high as it can go, chin to chest. Bring it back to neutral. Inhale, exhale, allow the belly button to drop to the floor. Chin rises gently, shoulders rise up as your hands press to the floor. Inhale to neutral. Exhale into cats. Really press the fingers, knuckles to the floor. Inhale to neutral. Exhale into cow. Chest is reaching up. Tailbone up. Exhale to neutral. And now we're going to bring our forearms onto your block or your pillows or blanket. Right, and you're coming forward, so you're going to come slightly forward. Now make sure the elbow is right on the center of your prop. Then the hands join together in prayer. And then we're going to press the tailbone back. The head comes down towards the floor. And you feel that opener of the shoulders, the chest dropping to the floor, hips reaching up and back away from the hands. Breathe. Now you can stay right here, or you bring the hands in prayer, bend at the elbow and bring them back towards your hips so that they're pressing the fingertips towards your tailbone, laying gently on your upper back. Breathe. Feel this in the armpit, in the tricep, bicep, deltoid muscles. About 2 minutes here. And again, breathe. Try and relax the shoulders, relax the heart. About 1 more minute. Anytime you need to come out, please do. Relax your fingers, relax your face, even feel the lips gently relaxing, pulling, being pulled or pushed by gravity to the floor. Breathe. Adjust your blocks as you need to if you find that they're not very supportive or your elbows are coming off the edge. Slowly bring the fingertips forward, away from your back. Begin to lift the head. Feel the relief through the shoulders as you come forward. Hips come forward, heart comes forward over your praying hands. Bring one hand onto a block, then onto the other. Deep breath in. Bring your knees in slowly, gently. Maybe put a block right between the two calves, and then find a seat in lightning bolts. If it's too much on the knees, you can use an extra block or extra pillows so that you feel less pressure on the knees. So if your knees are feeling too much pressure, you can also just come up and just stay in tabletop. Otherwise, see if you can bring back the hips closer to the heels. Feel a gentle stretch, and again, adapt and adjust as you need to. Notice how the ankles are feeling. Breathe. And slowly come forward. Extend right leg out, maybe move your block. Stretch out through the right heel. Come back, tabletop. Stretch the left leg out. Press through the heel, feel the stretch. Breathe. Inhale, come back. We're going to do a gentle curve of the side body. We're going to bring the left hip out to the side. We're going to bring the head so it looks over to that left hip, stretching through the right side of your body. Breathe. Holding it here, but breathing, not holding the breath. Holding the body, still effortless breathing. Inhale back to center. Exhale, right hip out, left ribs away. Form that C shape. Head looks over to the right hip. See if you can look at your right hip. Breathe. Holding it here. Inhale back to center. Move everything out of your way. Then what we're going to do is we're going to bring the right hand forward. And then we're going to bring it underneath your bridge. And then bring that right shoulder to the floor. Relax the head, relax the shoulder. Hips are up in the air. You're breathing. Stretching that shoulder just a little bit more. About 30 seconds here. Relax the face. Focus on the breath. Breathing through the nose if you can. Inhale slowly. Begin to lift up, sliding the right hand back underneath the body and then back to tabletop. Left arm comes forward. Exhale, bring the left arm underneath the right side of the body, reaching out and away from the body, and then slowly bringing the left shoulder down, head relaxes onto the floor. Stretching through this side, feeling it in the shoulder. About 30 seconds here. Focus on the breath, relax the face, relax the fingers. Inhale, slowly press up, gently bring your right hand back to tabletop. Deep breath in and come into a seated position. Breathe, good. Dragonfly. Dragonfly is extending both legs out. As far apart as is comfortable for you. If you need to place a pillow or a blanket under the knees because you're feeling too much of a stretch in the hamstring, then you're always welcome to. Pretend I have a pillow, I'll just place it underneath. And this helps to decrease and find your edge slowly. Maybe with time of breath, they may progressively come down. Make sure both sit bones are on the floor. Sometimes when I'm tight, I'll just use my mat to create just a little bump, just enough to make a micro bend under the knee. So that could be helpful for anyone who's feeling a lot of tightness there. Now we're going to sit up tall, nice and tall. Maybe bring a block in front of you. Maybe two. You might need two. So I have some students who are very tight in their lower back, and they just come forward and this is enough for them. Others can come deeper, so maybe only one is needed. So adjust, start on the highest level and slowly come down with the breath. We're gonna come forward. So sit up tall, find that good posture. Feel both sit bones firmly into the mat. And then in exhaling, you're gonna come forward, hinging at the hip, not at the waist, but at the hip. Breathe, and then at the highest level, maybe relaxing onto that block. Just listen to the body. Notice what it's doing. Breathe. On your next exhale, maybe come to the next lower level and exhale slowly down. Breathe. This is always progressive, taking your time. Exhale, maybe you can come lower. Find that block on its next lowest level. Breathe. And once you've reached your edge where you say, okay, no more, can't stretch any further, my back, my calves, my hamstring, it's enough, then just relax here, begin to drop the head slowly, relax. Feel the face completely relax. The eyes relax against the eyelid. The breath, slow and deep. The lips, the tongue, completely relax. The jaw. Feel the shoulders relax, the fingers relax. The feet, the toes relax. Breathe. Maybe you find you can progress a little deeper, and maybe you'll come to the floor. Notice how the lower back feels. Bring your exhale to the lower back. Breathe through any tension you might be feeling. About 30 more seconds. Slowly bring your hands underneath your chest, maybe to a block, and slowly press up. Engaging your belly button gently, minding the lower back, always protecting it, shoulder blades back, lifting up through the top of the head, arms come up, reaching up. Exhale, hands come down, pressing right by the hips. We're going to bend one knee, then the other. Breathe. Coming in closer, windshield wipers. So supporting your back, your spine, and slowly bring one knee down and the other over. Reaching, stretching the quadriceps, just opening up the joints. It's really important for us to spend time opening up joints because the connective tissue really begins to harden, to get really gummy because the fluid solidifies, and so moving it opens it up and gets the fluids back in. Basically, we're greasing our joints when we move them, which is why we need to move them. It's really important to move the body, not just for the body, but for the mind. Super important for the brain to get a lot of activity going. We're going to come onto our backs. We're going to start our gentle twisting with the strap. So if you need to move things out of your way, this is the time to do it. Have your strap nearby. It could be a belt, it could be a rope, as long as it's fairly comfortable. And slowly, we're going to come down onto our backs. Breathe. Again, coming in with our knees, wind relieving here, and slide the hands on the inside of your thigh, and maybe grab your shin, your knee, Or maybe you can grab the inside of your foot and then bring those feet so as if they're holding up the ceiling. So think of yourself reversed. You're planting them on the floor. Except now we're on our backs. Much more comfortable this way, I think. Less pressure on the knees. The knees are coming in towards the armpits. And pressing it in. Breathe. So holding it here. And really press almost the feet against the hands and feel the activity. Feel the opening. So again, all this activity we do is really good for the brain. There's a lot of research that talks about how the hippocampus needs this activity to help with memory, to fight against Alzheimer's. And slowly bring the hands back to the knees if they're not already there. And bring the left leg down, left calf to the floor, squeeze the right leg in, and extend it with a strap if you need to, up to the ceiling. Breathe, bring it in, feel the gentle straightening. Now the left leg is still active, press that left calf to the floor, thighs gently engaged, and grab on with just the right hand. Grab the strap, breathe. Left arm comes out into a T, or goal pose too if you don't have space. And exhale out to the side. Breathe. Try and keep that left calf to the floor. And again, you can always use a block to support your right leg if it won't come to the floor. A pillow, a blanket, piece of furniture, if you're near furniture, would help. You know, if you've got one and you don't feel like widening open your hips. Breathe. Nice deep opener here. And bringing, maybe gently sliding that foot up closer to the head. Again, listen to the body, know where you need to be. Deep breath in, inhale that leg up to the ceiling. Switch hands, left hand will grab onto your strap if you're using one. You can always grab onto the thigh or the shin. Right arm comes out into a T or goal post. And then slowly cross the right leg over the midline. The left leg now relaxes. Maybe a block supports your right leg. So your right hip is coming off the floor. Your shoulder blades are still on the floor. The twist is right in the waist, the ribs. So right where the thoracic spine and the lower lumbar begin to meet. This is where the twist occurs in your spine. So be very gentle, mindful, listen to the communication of your body. Breathe. See if you can relax that left leg. Now relax the right leg wherever it is. Inhale. Nice and deep. Exhale deeply. Relax the shoulders, shoulder blades to the floor. Maybe the head looks over to the right hand. Inhale. Begin to lift up your right leg. Engage your left to help and assist. Your left arm is holding that leg up. Gently press that foot to you and then bend the right knee. Squeeze it in and release the strap. Switch legs. Left leg begins to bend. Right leg, right calf presses to the floor. And then gently extend the leg. Use your strap as you need to. Breathe. Pressing the heel up. And feel that stretch again through the hamstring. Press that right heel, right calf to the floor. Now, using just the left hand holding the strap, right hand out into a T, and extend the left leg away from the body, away from the midline, using a block on this side. Remember, each side can be very different. You may need a block with one versus the other.
Opening up as much as is comfortable. See if you can relax your lower back. Relax the shoulder blades. Surrender them into the mat. Breathe. Deep breath in. Engaging your core, right leg to the floor. Lift the left leg, switching hands. Left arm crosses into a T. And slowly bring the left leg over the body. Left hip coming off of the floor. See if you can keep the left shoulder blade to the floor. It's going to want to tend to come up, so don't worry. Wherever you're at, accept that. Maybe try and bring that left leg up higher. If it's too much on the leg, you're always welcome to bend the knee a little bit. Breathe. Maybe the head looks over to the left arm. Again, this is a deep twist for the entire spine, from the lower lumbar up to the thoracic. And if you add the twist of the cervical spine, which is your neck, you'll get that twist too. Deep breath in. Begin to engage your right leg. Belly button presses to the spine. Slowly lift up the left leg. Press that left knee in. Release your strap. Extend it out. Extend both arms away from the body. Heels away from the hips. Full body stretch here. Breathe. Press the toes towards you. Really engage the legs. Feel the engagement. Bring the arms down by the sides. Bend the elbows. Really tense the entire body. Glutes, thighs, core, belly button. Face begins to perk up like it's eating a lemon. Inhale and exhale. Relax everything. Surrender into the mat. Deep breath in. Exhale out the mouth. Deep ha, cleansing breath. One more time. Inhale. Closing the eyes and coming back to your natural breath. Finding each breath is a gift. Each moment you spend caring for your body. The entire body, the brain, which is so important for memory, for knowledge, for communication with others, for loving, for caring, for feeling. Stretching the body, opening up connective tissues, allowing the fluids to come back, keeping your body young, keeping your mind young, keeping atrophy away with the movement, with the activity, be it walking, be it yoga. Be mindful of every step, be mindful of every breath. And learn to always care for yourself, the airplane motto, right? Get the oxygen mask for you first and the others. You always have to care for you. And it's not necessarily for selfish reasons, but really to be able to serve others. So if your heart can love yourself, then you can love others. If you can serve yourself, you can serve others. You can empathize, and you can care. Care about yourself, and then care for others. With each breath you take, by accepting who you are in the moment, in the situation you're in, staying calm and controlled. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, lick your lips. Begin to awaken the mind. Bend the knees, gently moving them side to side. Moving the head gently side to side. And when you're ready, rolling onto one side, taking a breath or two here. Maybe your lower arm is a pillow, or you have a pillow. And just spend a moment on your side, relaxing for a breath before coming up into a comfortable seated position. Arms come up, reaching up, lifting up. Palms come to prayer and exhale down. Relax the arms by the ribs and lift gently the chin. Remembering and thanking you that this is a time for you to take care of yourself. That's the beginning to be the better version of yourself. To step away from the mat and show that light that is within you to others. I see and honor that light in each and every one of you. Thank you for being here, giving me the honor to guide you. Namaste.